welcome once again to the BCHS Bass Network. I'm your host, Gary Ownbey. We're going to talk about boys basketball from the JV and freshman level here with Coach Colby Dills. And Colby, we'll let you start by telling us who you brought with you today.
Right here, I got Keandre Butts. On the far end right there, I got Hunter Fields. They're both freshmen. Good kids, good basketball players.
So you look for them to lead the team, huh?
Yeah, looking for them to lead the team. And we've had 3 games so far freshman-wise, and they've both played pretty well. And Keandre actually plays up on the JV too. So they've had a good start to the season, and hopefully they can build on that and finish strong.
Hunter, what position do you play on the floor in basketball? Wing, forward? You know, I know you're not a post player.
Yeah, I wish I was. I like playing post sometimes, but I can't. But I play mostly like point guard or shooting guard most of the time.
You're a pretty good deadly shooter?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes. Do you play other sports besides basketball at Bradley here?
Yeah, I play tennis. I've went undefeated my last 2 seasons that I've played at Lake Forest, so hoping to do that again.
Coach Elrod's looking forward to you being on the varsity for the Bears here then, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
And I don't know if the folks can hear it on the video we're recording right now, but we can hear the backup beepers outside where they're building those new tennis courts, and that's going to be fun to have a nice set of tennis courts playing, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm excited. Those courts out there weren't the best, you could say.
I can say it's about time, you know, but
Yeah.
We got the football field there, we got the tennis there now. Keandre, I know you're more than a one-sport man. What do you play? What all sports?
I play track and football. And
Track and football.
And basketball.
And basketball. No baseball, huh?
No, I used to.
Both you guys played at Lake Forest.
Yeah.
And you were on the football team down there. See, you're a freshman too, right, this year.
Yes.
And you've got a younger brother at Lake Forest, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
Got any sister down there?
No.
Well, Coach, I know you've not won a game yet for the freshmen,
yeah.
but let's talk a little bit about JV too. We've had how many wins we've got there?
3 wins.
Over some pretty good teams in
Yeah, Howard, Cleveland, Men's Central. They're JV's 3-0, and Coach Jordan Olson, he's the JV coach, and he's really good. So he's done a good job getting them motivated and getting them playing hard.
He's very involved during the game. I've seen him even on the
yes.
varsity level with Coach Carpenter. He's there involved. As a freshman coach, and let me ask you this first though, how hard is it for you to transition from football to basketball? Because you come out literally out of football one Friday night after our last game, and then the next day, hey, it's basketball.
Yeah, well, actually, we can start practicing November 1st, basketball. So we're still in the playoffs, football-wise. So actually, the morning of, I'll be practicing and then go to football practice that night.
Wow.
So but I've done it the last 4 or 5 years, so I'm almost kind of used to it now. So
probably feel lost if you didn't have all that going on.
Yeah, I don't know if I have to go home after school. I don't even know what to do with myself sometimes.
Well, as a freshman coach and working with the varsity and the JV, what is your role? What are you trying? I guess you're trying to, as we always say, get these guys ready for varsity action.
Yeah.
Just like you do with football.
Yeah, just try to get them ready, get them try to buy into the Bradley way. Really anything Coach Carp asks of me, he's amazing. I'm very fortunate to be on the coaching staff with him and Coach Jordan. Like, they're both really smart, intense basketball coach. So I'm learning a lot under them too. So really, just anything Coach Carp asks me to do, I'm willing to do during the game. I'm kind of looking to make sure guys get back or crashing. So it's been fun to be part of the staff for these couple of weeks. I look forward to the future.
How many players involved in your freshman class?
Freshman's pretty low number. I think we only have 8. Sometimes we only have enough to scrimmage 5-on-5 upstairs. So it's been a little bit of a challenge. I think we've got 10 total, but Jay Allen just came back out a week ago because he took some time off after football to rest his body, and then Romarion is varsity only. So
oh, that's right. Yeah.
So you include those 2, it's a pretty good class. Of freshmen, we look forward to them over the next couple of years.
Keandre, what would you like to do to get better? I mean, obviously you'd like to be about 6'7" or 8", of course. That's not going to happen, more than likely. But what are you good at? What do you like to play on? What is your position on the floor? What position do you
My
play?
positions that I play are sometimes shooting guard, small forward, and power forward, and center.
Okay. What would you like to do to improve your play? anything in particular comes to mind? What's coach on you about all the time? Do this, do that. Quit doing this, you know.
Being tougher with the ball, closing out correctly, and hands up on defense.
You're a very soft-spoken guy, and coach, one of the things that I keep hearing our varsity coach says, we got to communicate on the floor.
Yes.
Is that something that you strive to push home to?
Yeah, I try to tell them, guys, it's hard. It's hard for coaches to communicate everything throughout the game. So it's got to, some of y'all on the floor, you got to be a floor general and kind of, call out what you see and just be more vocal. And I'll say this about Keandre. You talking about positions? Keandre honestly plays all 5 positions.
Okay.
He can guard just about all 5 positions. And I'll say this too, I'll brag on him. I've known him since he was in 4th, 5th grade, watching him when I was still at Lake Forest. And I don't know if I've ever seen a kid jump a gap as far as from elementary school to high school. Like he's put in a lot of hard work, and it's paying off. And I think he's only going to get better, along with Hunter and some of our other players.
Well, guys, sounds like he's put the challenge out there to both of you there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, Hunter, obviously you're playing tennis here right now. You played at Lake Forest, didn't lose a match last couple of years there, so obviously tennis is a strong sport for you too. I always like to ask this question, what's the hardest thing about being a Bear in the basketball program? I mean, is it a grind at practice? Because a lot of times people say our practices are harder than our games are.
For tennis?
For basketball.
Basketball. All right. Yeah, sometimes they are. We do a lot of, dribbling drills and stuff like that, and it's hard sometimes. Because in a game, I go too fast sometimes, and I turn the ball over. So in practice, I try to work on that, and it's just, putting in work, and it's hard sometimes.
We're talking to Coach Carpenter earlier today. He said sometimes we get ahead of ourselves. We got to slow down, like the game with Howard.
Yes.
You try to play out, get out of your comfort zone. You're doing things, and when you start doing that, you're forcing things. That results in a lot of turnovers, which it did for us last night in that game there. But there's a lot of improvement. You guys are just freshmen. You got long ways to go there, and multiple sport athletes, both of you there. So it takes a lot of time, I know. But you got your academics got to come first, and then your athleticism there. But Coach, what you got coming up on your schedule?
Freshman wise,
top freshman and JV.
Freshman wise, we've played some pretty good teams. We've actually played Baylor and Red Bank's JV team were our first 2 games, and then we played East Hamilton Saturday. And that's probably their best freshman class they've had, talking to their coaches. So we've played 3 pretty good teams, and we've come up short, but we've competed and played hard every game, and really missed free throws and late game turnovers is, while we're 0-3 and not 3-0, but that's all fixable stuff. And next week we go to Dalton tomorrow night. They'll be pretty tough, and then next week we actually go to Oak Ridge and play, and they're usually a powerhouse in boys basketball. So
and recording this on Wednesday, so that Dalton game will be on Thursday.
Yes.
And that's at Dalton?
That's at Dalton. And the next week's at Oak Ridge. And
what day would that be on?
Thursday.
Okay.
And like when I make the schedule and stuff, we're just trying to play the best basketball. Because it really doesn't matter your record freshman-wise. You just want to play really good teams. So I try to play the best teams we can possibly play to make our kids better in the program.
Iron sharpens iron, they say.
Exactly.
Well, guys, we appreciate you, Hunter Fields, and you got Keandre Butts being with us today.
Thank you.
Coach Dills, as always, appreciate you being here too, supporting the Bear basketball program. And we'll do this again. Until next time, God bless and go Bears.